Hi, my crafty friends. How are you? Happy Tuesday. Welcome to Ro Massaro's Craft with Ro live share, show and share. I go live every Tuesday night, bring you some fun cards. We do page layouts, and we have a lot of fun. So if you're here with me, please say hello. Let me know you're here. I have been having problems with my chat feature on Restream, but I do have my tablet up on the side so I can keep an eye on your comments if we're here. So please say hello. Let us know where you're from. Tonight we're going to be creating a few cards that were inspired by me, by my upline Rhonda, and I get to share some of those with you. And stay tuned. We're going to create 4 of those cards tonight, but the tutorial does create 9 cards. And once I share with you how fun and simple these cards are, you can make so many more quick, easy, fun cards for the holidays. And they're really pretty. So let's go down to my table. I'll show you some of the beautiful cards that are part of the tutorial. And then I'll talk to you a little bit about this month's craft along. So here are my cards. These are 5 of the 9 cards, and we're going to make 4 of them tonight. But look how fun and simple these cards are. Nice fun fold. How pretty is that? A ton of fun folds in this collection. And this is all using the Joy and Memories card pack, right? Look how pretty these are. And on a few of them, I'm actually using the, what are they called? The traditional labels. That's it. Traditional labels stamp and die cut. So look how pretty these cards are. So we are going to create 4 of these cards tonight, and you will have the opportunity to get the tutorial with an online order of only $35. So I'm going to put this off to the side. I want to share with you my craft along. This month's craft along is featuring 4 cute tote bags, all with the party banner dies that are just phenomenal. There's so many different things that you can do with these, but look how cute these tote bags are. We can put Tic Tacs in here, gift cards in here, candy, little socks, some jewelry, right? Look how cute. And this craft along comes with a full pack of the Elegant Pine Snowflakes. So this is an unopened package. Can't open it because it could be yours. You're going to get a full roll ribbon of our gold mesh. You're going to get also a full pack of these embellishments. They are called the faceted snowflakes. Look how beautiful these are. So that all comes along with your craft along, and you'll get a PDF tutorial on step-by-step to create these cards. And look at that full pack of paper, right? Look how much little paper that you're actually using for these cards. So you're going to have a ton of paper left over after this craft along. The link is in the comments below. If you're interested in purchasing, click that link. All the details are there, but all orders need to be in by December. Boy, am I jumping ahead. By October 12th. That ensures me to be able to order the product for you and have it shipped, because we will go live to create these together on Sunday, October 26th at 11 a.m. So if you're interested, please click the link. We'd love to craft along with you. I see Debbie's here and Debbie's here and Diane and Jane. Hi, everybody. How are you guys? Thank you for joining me tonight. All right. So one of the cards we're going to create is this fun season's greetings. This again is using the traditional labels. I use the olive and brown twine. Check out my new system here. I've seen it posted so much on Facebook that I went out and I bought from Amazon, very inexpensive. Received these little spice bottles, and it works really, really great. Instead of having all my twine, rolling around in piles. So we are going to create this card. Now, the Joy for Memories cards, they come with a huge pack of 3x4 cards, and they are two-sided. And then they come with some 4x6 paper as well. Let me share it with you. I don't have a full pack. But, so they are two-sided. Here is some samples. They're all going to be the same. Like, well, here's a different one. Right? Pretty pattern on that side. Right? Most wonderful time of the year. And then they come with a bunch of these 3x4. So how perfect is this to go? And all you got to do is stamp a sentiment in the center of that, right? That one comes with the sentiment, Joyful Days, Christmas Cheer, little Christmas tree. So it's a huge, 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 huge pack that you'll be able to make a ton more of these cards. So we are going to create 4 of them. I'm going to show you how easy. We're going to do a little bit of stamping as well. So on the outside of this card, I've already pre-cut everything, guys. You know I do. So here I'm using Early Espresso and one of my favorite colors, Cherry Cobbler. Hi, Colette. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Nicole. How are you? Yeah, Nicole, right? Are those cool or what? So then I also took our Birchwood embossing folder just to create a little bit of texture. And I feel like my adhesive is going to be running out soon. So I do have another one on standby. Right? And I am going to do my best, guys. You know, actually, you know what? Somebody gave this to me. I love it. My little bow maker here. So I'm going to actually take a bunch of twine. We're going to create a double bow on here. Right? So I'm just going to go around and around. I'm going to go underneath. All right, maybe that's not going to be as easy as I thought on camera. So I'm just going to go around. I'm going to go underneath. And then I'm going to not lose the other end. Get over here. Create a little knot. Okay, and I always cut way more twine than I need, but I'd rather be safe than sorry instead of struggling. So I'm going to add this little accent piece. I'm going to go slightly to the right. I'm going to zoom in for you guys. I'm going to add some glue dots. Put a glue dot right in the center there. I'm going to add my little bow right there. And we're going to take our little 3x4. So just a little matting of cardstock, right? And then, I keep saying I'm going to bring a little trash pad, so I don't have all these pieces. So here is one of the great sentiments from our traditional labels bundle. Love this bundle. Perfect for the holidays. So I die cut this, and look at all these great little sentiment labels. And I'm going to stamp Season's Greetings, which I can never read upside down. Oh, it's right here. I need to get these on a magnet board. I've been using them so much that this stuff stops sticking after a while. All right, where is my Season's Greetings? It's hard to read those upside down. And we're going to do this in Cherry Cobbler. Hi, Brianna. Hi, Lori. And we got Julie here. I got a full crowd tonight. Thanks, guys, for joining me. So we're just going to ink this up perfectly the way they have this lined up. I just have to have my label lined up the right way. And we are going to add that with dimensionals. Right? Look how perfect that is, guys. Right? Then we're going to open it up, and we're not done. We're going to stamp Sending Love and Joy. I love my bow maker, Tammy. I love it. The only times it's not good is when I have to wrap it around cardstock. But here is Sending Love and Joy. Again, we are going to use Cherry Cobbler. Look how delicate and feminine this little label die cut is. And I'm going to be a very good girl and close up my ink pad so I don't get ink everywhere. So then I took that 12x6 or 4x6 card, memory card, and I cut it down to 4x4. And I think I just ran out of adhesive. I'm going to put that right there. And we're going to add, yep, I just ran out. I have a new one right here. Ready to pop in. I ran out of my Stampin' Seal refills, so I'm using up some of my old product here. There we go. We're going to add that right there. And all I have to do is add some gems. Now these are called our traditional sparkling sequins. They're 165875. They are very flat. I love the way they go on the cards. And just so you know, they're extremely popular. They've already gone out of stock once, but they came back in stock really, really fast, which I was very happy to see. So I'm just gonna put some bling on here. And there we go. We have one really easy card. Look how quickly that was for me to make. I'm only 15 minutes into the show, right? And I've showed you guys all this other stuff. All right, so we're going to put that aside. Our next card is Sending Cheer. Again, using the Joy and Memories card pack. We're going to easily create this card as well. I have everything pre-cut. So I am kind of cheating that I'm making them fast because they are pre-cut. So here we are going to, I cut this down. This was again 4 by 6. So I cut this down to be 5 1/4 by 4. We are going to wrap this with, sorry, some twine. And I always put a little bit of twine or adhesive on the back, so I'm not really kind of messing with it. Keeping it straight. Right, bring this over this way, and I'll cut this. Love my little spice jars. So a trick is to take your fingernail, and it helps straighten out when your twine does not want to behave and curl up on you. See how well I can do this. I really do think it's a nail issue, but that's going to come out a little short. The challenges of always wanting to be perfect, right? I actually kind of think I cut this a little too short. But there we go. I'll do a little trimming here. And we are then going to easily add this right to the top of this card. I'm going to do a little shifting to bring that over just a little. There we go. Line that up there. Then we took this little 3 by 4, right? Perfect. No trimming on that if it's perfect. Put that up against the cherry cobbler. I can add dimensionals if I wanted to on here, but I'm going to pass on that. And we're going to add that right there. And we're going to stamp this Sending Cheer. So if I remember correctly, this is, yep, 2 different stamps. And we are, I'm just going to move this out of the way because it keeps falling off. And we have Sending. We're going to do that in Mossy Meadow. And then we're going to do Cheer and Cherry Cobbler. I'm going to put that right towards the top here. Look how good I'm doing with these ink pads instead of leaving them open. Hi, Michelle. How are you? All right, and then we're going to do Cheer on this little piece that I have over here. Going to add some dimensionals on here. And I'm going to add my Cheer. I'm just going to do a little bit of dovetailing. These are not my normal scissors that I would dovetail with, but add a little adhesive here. I'm going to add that right here. Right. Throw some gems on here. Love, love, love all these colors. And then we're going to take, now, this is one of the styles, and it's so nice. It's got the lines and the journals on there, but I ran out of those because I made a ton of these cards. So I'm just going to use this one. It'll fit perfect in here. So I don't have to cut any additional white cardstock. I have it right there. And there we go. Card number 2 tonight. Right? How fast and easy was that? All right, our third card is 'Tis the Season. And it's on a white card base. So I've already cut that and scored that. And we are going to mat. How pretty is that? That is one of the cards. That's a 4x6. I trimmed it down to be, I think this is 3 7/8 by maybe 5 3/8. I'm going to add that right to the front there. From trimming that down, I have this leftover strip. So we're going to just add that to the front just to give it some additional color. And we are going to stamp some 'Tis the Season. sure that is straight. So I'm going to lay it down flat. And then we're going to take some cherry cobbler. Aren't these pretty? I totally agree with you, Brianna. So I'm just going to take this and stamp. Cut a little angle out here. I could actually probably put that up with dimensionals. And now I'm going to get my little bow maker. It says 10 seconds. I don't know if I've ever made one in 10 seconds. I'm going to just make this a little bit smaller. Anybody want to time me? You're more than welcome to. Oh, fudge. All right, let's do this again. I'm trying not to use too much and leave it in the jar, but I gave that up. Look how cute this guy is, right? We'll just trim him down a little. We'll add our little blue dot on the side here. Put that little, and then we could put this to the top of the card base. Right, this is fun, little simple card, right? And we can add a few gems. These sequins are so pretty. And there we go. We have card number 3 done. And all these can be yours, your tutorial. All you need to do is purchase some sequins, maybe some twine, and you can have this 9 card tutorial with a $35 purchase on my website. And my website, everything is linked right here. So this is our next fun card, and it is a fun fold. And we are going to recreate this. Now, I've already scored this. This is by 4 1/4 by 11. And then I scored it at 5 1/2 and at 2 1/2. We're just going to fold this guy back. Burnish it a little bit. So we got a really good fold. Right? This, how easy is that? Is going to go right over there. This piece, that when I first saw it in the Memories and More card, I'm like, what am I going to do with that? But look how cute. So it's the opposite side of that. I trimmed this down, and that is going to go right on the inside here. And then I trimmed this 3x4. Look at how nicely it just carries over from that. I like it actually that way. It looks like it's perfectly carried over. And this came from, oh, I think it's called Pine Tree Trimmings. And I just took a quick little die cut of the Christmas tree right there. Right. We're going to add that right there. Could put actually any accent piece there. And there we have a fun fold card. I have to make my bow. So on this particular bow, it looks like I did a double twist on it. So let's see what we can get here. Make them even as possible. Go underneath. Come up. Make a knot. Probably could have made this bow a little, oh. So since I have that opportunity, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. This was one of the best gifts somebody ever gave me. Honest to pieces. If I could just, and it really is my nails. I'm getting them cut down on Thursday, so. There we go. Again, probably more than we needed. We will put a glue dot right about in this corner here. It's not coming off. There we go. And we will add a little bit. I'm just going to trim this because that's going to drive me crazy that it's in the word section. And just add some gems. I think I'll go with some red. And our fourth card, right? Fun, easy. So guys, like I said, you're going to make, the tutorial creates 9 cards. That's 1 card. That's 2 cards. 3 cards. 4 cards. I'll grab my other ones. Wherever I set them. Oh, they're right here. Five cards, 6 cards, 7 cards, 8 cards, and 9 cards. All of these cards are going to be available tutorials for you with the $35 order placed directly online with me. you have any questions about it, obviously you can reach out to me. I thank you so much for joining. Look at my messy table there. So again, thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate you so much. I enjoyed all the conversations. If I missed a question, I'll make sure that I go back through my comments, and I promise I'll answer them for you. Also, just a reminder, tomorrow is the last day for kit sales. 30% off every single kit, even the 3 brand new ones that just came out a few days ago. So again, great way to get your $35 order in to get your free tutorial. So again, please remember to subscribe to my channel. I so appreciate you watching and your support. Have a great week. Bye.